Welcome to Nacho Fitness Coach.
This is Nacho Ordinary Fitness Podcast.
I'm Sarah, and I'm Nacho Typical Fitness Expert.
And I'm Caleigh, and I'm Nacho Average Fitness Beginner.
We're here to spice up your fitness journey
with some humor, a little knowledge, and a couple glasses of wine.
We're here to prove that getting fit doesn't have to suck.
So whether you're a seasoned athlete or a couch potato,
we've got some tips, tricks, and unconventional advice for you.
Let's redefine fitness together
and learn to balance fitness and fun. So Caleigh, you've been getting some comments lately from people about like being smoking hot.
Yeah, a lot of people have been telling me lately, like, I'm a smoke show, Caleigh, you're looking really fine.
I mean, that's what you're hearing.
Yeah, that's what they're telling me.
That's what they're telling me with their eyes.
With different words. Respectfully.
So we were like, hey, I mean, if Caleigh's at the point now, obviously, where others are noticing.
Obviously. Very obvious. It's very obvious.
Because it's just people are saying things.
Yeah.
And so,
you know, you get that occasionally, like, you've been working out.
I can tell. I can tell you've been working out. So what we thought we should do then is do an updated body composition test to see, like, okay, do the calipers tell the same story?
Right.
Because if
the calipers don't lie.
They don't lie. The calipers do not lie. And so we did a body composition episode in season 2. And that was, I don't know which episode.
So that was what?
That?
7 months ago?
Well, we actually did it in like May. So yeah, that's about probably right. 7 months ago from now at this point. And so that was, let's see if we can go back really quick in all of our little show notes. So we did season 2, episode 20. So this is 20 episode of season 3. Yeah. So there we go. Body composition test. We came up with your results. I have an app that I track all of the pinches and everything. And so do you remember what your measurements were from back then? Or do I need to look them up?
Well, I have them right in front of me.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't remember them.
Okay.
Let's see. At the time my weight was 139.6. So what are we looking for? Body fat?
Yep.
Weight? 34.05 pounds is what it was.
Okay. Back then. And so we spent that episode and we kind of talked about what the differences are between your muscle mass, your lean mass, your fat mass, what this number does, how it's different than just weight on the scale. That's gravity kind of pushing you into the ground. I mean, how it gives you a different angle of the overall picture, especially when you have like specific goals that you're looking to achieve. Right. And, you know, it's to be said that if you have a lower body fat percentage, like your body is physically carrying less fat around,
right?
Chances are you're moving in a healthier direction.
Right.
But there's also a point in which it's not healthy if you get too lean.
Right.
And for that number, for females, it's higher than it is for males. And so if you want to listen to more of that conversation, go back to episode 2, season 20. Wait.
Season 2.
Yeah, whatever.
Season
20. 2, episode 20. And listen to that full
spiel.
Yeah, because we're not going to do that here.
No.
Today's just the update. No. So we redid Caleigh's body fat percentage. And you got a little mad at me, I feel like, because you feel like it wasn't the most pleasant thing.
I could feel the anger behind your pinches.
You feel like it was aggressive? You
were just like, I'm going to get as much as I can. Like, I'm not going to.
Well, that's what you should do when you get your body calipers out. And that's what you're doing, though, is you're literally doing a skin fold test, pulling your fat away. And then
there's a lot more behind that. You know what I mean? I could feel it.
I mean, I just didn't want
the resentment.
I did it for you.
No, I know. I appreciate it.
I appreciate to know
the thoroughness of
exactly where you're at.
Pinching.
So we do the 3-point Jackson Pollock.
Who is not the American artist we established in season 2.
Right. This is just a formula. I honestly don't even remember that part of the conversation.
Jackson Pollock is like a painter.
Really?
Yeah.
Did we talk about that in that episode? Did. Oh, well, there we go. I guess
you don't listen to our podcast.
So no, I don't.
You would know.
That's also a true statement.
Yeah.
Okay, so we then redid Caleigh's body fat composition. And I do feel like you have a goal of wanting to break into the athlete category or the
I just
range.
Want to get abs.
Okay, we could talk about that too. So you fall into the fitness category, which is 21 to 24%
which has
body fat.
Yeah.
Which today, now when we did it again, your body fat measurement is 23.25, which means it's down 1.14% since your previous measurement in May of 2023.
Yeah.
So your lean body fat now is, or your lean body weight is 104 pounds, 104.84, and your body fat is 31.76. Somewhere at some point I'd put in a goal for you. Oh, your goal body fat was 20. I think we plugged in at the very beginning. So the weight to lose to reach that goal is estimated at around 5.6 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot easier said than done.
Well, that ends up being kind of part of the overall equation.
Yeah. I haven't lost weight because when I initially started, 2 years ago, for the first year, I was pretty consistently losing weight, going down from 160 to about 140.
The weight on the scale.
Yeah. And then about a year ago, I just quit losing weight. I've probably done more physically for myself.
Well, you've been building
since
muscle.
Then, but it's all been building muscle. But I think the biggest changes in my body have happened even since then. I think you can look at me since I quit losing weight a year ago to now. I think the changes in my body are more drastic than when I went from 160 to 140 pounds.
You are a much smaller human being.
Yeah.
You're more compact.
Yeah.
Like you're everything is fitting differently. You're much smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it just ends up being a question where it's like, it is the effort it would take to go that last little bit. I mean, It's only 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, is that really even worth that extra amount of effort?
I don't even know how to do that at this point. I guess is that nutrition?
I would, judging based on your pinch around your midsection, that would probably be what I would say.
It's like you're choosing your words real carefully.
I know.
There.
Well, because I'm terrible at saying cypriliac or however it says. There's.
Oh, you weren't just trying not to.
No, I just can't pronounce that word.
You were not trying to say muffin top.
Don't you go make me spelling words again, because we know what happened the last time she made me try to spell a word.
The anal incident.
Yeah. So please don't make me do that again.
Oh no.
Cypriliac. I don't know. You're like the.
I have it right here.
Oh.
Cypriliac?
I don't know. That's the thing. I mean, I've heard people say it
That's how I would say it. And I wouldn't overthink it at all.
Cypriliac. Okay. So judging based on that pinch, I would say
dial in the nutrition a little bit.
I mean, it's a little heavy on that pinch.
Okay.
And that's where, in my personal experience, that tends to be where you will carry more body fat. Can be around like
abs are a whole nother thing though. Like that's a whole, like my quads are
seeing abs or having abs.
Seeing abs.
Oh,
I think I have abs.
Well, they're in there somewhere.
It's pretty.
You can feel them.
Pretty solid. You know, once you get past the layer of
flub, whatever the rolls.
You got to push in a little ways, but it's solid under there.
Yeah.
But shit, man,
it takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
You got to follow Jonica's meal prep plans.
That's really the answer.
I mean, because she's got it dialed in, and she's got it figured out.
She's got some abs. She's doing.
She does have some abs. They're beautiful abs.
Got a banging body.
Yeah, she's done a great job for sure.
Respectfully.
But she lives the lifestyle like for her.
Right.
I mean, if you're following fitness people on social media, to actually find one that lives a lifestyle 365 dialed in like she does versus one that goes through her cuts, binges and does 200-300 photos that they then spread out throughout the year, but then they...
And now I know there's not a workout that gets you to look like that. I didn't know before we started this that wasn't the case, but here we are.
So here we go. All right. We got this. So,
and then we also did your body composition again, which we also did back.
We did. Yeah. And we talked about mine because in my app, I have quite a long history of kind of
amazing. I'm jealous.
I mean, my history goes back really far. What was that first one? 2005.
Dang.
I know. 2015.
Oh, okay.
Still. 2015. That's still a pretty good track record of having kind of the different variations. And I can see how low it got and where it kind of came back up.
And that's basically your life as a mom, essentially, since you've had kids.
Right. I think that is actually my very first body fat that I did after I had my oldest daughter.
Yeah.
And I was really starting to track and dial in for that fitness competition after I had her. And so I started plugging in here. I know I've got the history somewhere else in probably like a spreadsheet, but that's when I started using this app. So yeah, it was postpartum with baby number 1.
Yeah.
So you can see the different stages in here for sure. So, all right, well, we're going to talk about my results.
Yeah.
But first we're going to take a really quick ad break and then we'll be back to talk about it more. Okay. So now let's talk about me. All right.
Your favorite subject.
It is my favorite. I mean, I try to be humble about it as much as possible. Huh. Do I? Huh? Do I cover it well? No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. Caleigh, I thought we were in like a protected environment here.
Why'd you think that?
Just because we're like putting ourselves out in like this podcast and we don't even know who's really actually listening to us. I thought it was just the 3 of us in a room talking.
That's what I thought until people start telling us they're listening. Oh, snap.
Okay, so we did mine today. And what's interesting, I think, about mine is my scale weight actually went up almost 3 pounds. It went up 3 pounds than it was the last time. But my body fat percentage is lower because my pinches were smaller. Yeah. So my body fat percentage back then was 18.2, which is in kind of that athlete range. Yeah. And my scale weight was, it was 164.4. So it's 2 pounds different. Yeah. So my body fat was 29 pounds. My lean body weight was 134. That was back in May of 2023. Now my weight is 166, so almost 2 more pounds on the scale, but my lean body weight is up 5 pounds. Yeah. 139, almost 140. And then body fat weight is 26.5. Now, what's really interesting to me about this lean body weight number is for the longest time I had in my head, I wanted to physically weigh on the scale under 150. Yeah. Because I had points in my life where I did that, like right when I was graduating high school and then like right when I graduated college, that's about where I was. Yeah. That's also before I started really kind of any type of consistent strength training, or I was picking up and carrying around 40-pound kids all of the time. Right. And so what's really interesting to me when I see that number now in this specific screen is that's not a realistic goal for me anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like when you get certain numbers stuck in your head, I was like, okay, I always like that's 150 is my scale weight goal. 150 is my scale weight goal. No, it's not, because that would only give me 10 pounds of body fat. Yeah. That is not ever going to be healthy. Yeah.
I actually just had the same realization after I had my first daughter and I lost a lot of weight by doing nothing. I don't know how that happened, but I got down to 120, which, you know, at the time I was like, oh, this is great. But now I'm like, I wouldn't be okay at 120.
No, right.
That's like,
do you have any clothes still in your closet from when you weighed that? It'd be really interesting.
No, I do not.
You do not?
No.
Like that'd be interesting if you at least had one pair of jeans or something.
It's tiny.
Right, but it'd be interesting to see now, like if they would fit.
I don't keep.
You're like, oh, I'm actually, what, 20?
Once they don't fit me anymore, they have no place in my life.
There you go. Okay, well, we're different people. Mm-hmm. So my body fat percentage then today is 15.92, which I would say personally for me between that 15 and 18% range is a comfortable place where I live. Yeah. That I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable in my clothes, but I'm not super dialed in. But at this point though, I know what it would take to get super dialed in. Yeah. And it's like, am I ready to go through that effort?
And
or not?
And that's important to pinpoint. I don't know, do you think that because you haven't been, you know, super dialed in on your working out and things like that, but does this go to show us that like just general lifestyle and like the way that you just kind of live your day to day, because you are very aware of the movements that you make and the way that you move them, and just, you know, picking up, it doesn't have to be weights, just picking up heavy things, picking up your kids. Do you think that's reflected in the numbers you saw tonight?
Yeah, I do think so. I mean, because if I even look at how I interact with my kids, for example, I mean, my 2.5-year-old, she's almost 40 pounds. Right. You know, I'm on the floor with them a lot during the day, and I'm getting up and down off the floor, and I'm at their level, and I'm playing with them, and I'm getting up. I'm getting
because
down,
even though you're not hitting the gym every single day or whatever, you still live a very active lifestyle.
That is,
you're not being a couch potato by any means.
And that's probably more functional than a lot of people are. I mean, if you're listening, when was the last time you sat on the floor and stood up 20 times in a day. Right? I mean, that's my everyday life because I get on the floor, I do stuff with them,
Makes
I sit.
a big difference.
Her big thing now is she likes to like run up to me and like push me over and like lay down and like tackle me basically. Well, then I'll bear hug her. And then I will, with her 40 pounds, stand up with her, giving her a big hug.
That's more than I'm lifting.
So you're like, that's why I'm like, sometimes
good for you.
5 or 10 pound dumbbells might not be cutting it. If you think about what you're actually lifting in everyday life, maybe you should,
Your 2-year-old's a little bulldog, man. I lifted her up yesterday. I was not expecting that.
I know.
It's like, damn.
She is.
She's just like dense. I mean, you don't look at her and be like, oh, that's like a, overweight or obese. She's not. She's a very normal looking 2-year-old. Yeah. She's dense.
Yeah. Well,
I was like, shit, man.
She's only 2 less pounds than our 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Right? She is. So it's crazy because the girls who are the bookend kids, they are built a lot like me. I am very muscle dense.
Yeah.
I have always been a heavy person. I remember in 6th grade, everyone else was doing like the wellness weighs or whatever, the scales, and they had everyone check. And I remember being like, oh, I'm 110 pounds. Like I didn't think it was any that big of a deal. I kind of thought everyone else weighed 110 pounds. And I remember saying that to a few friends and they were like, oh my gosh, you weigh over 100.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't?
Yeah.
Because you don't see it. The whole picture is not on the outside, right? And I just thought we all like at that point weighed over 100 pounds and I was just very dense. The girls are the same way. Yeah. They are just thick.
Solid.
Super solid. Yeah. So I do think it could be part of the story for sure, because I have not been very consistent in the gym. My life is really crazy, but I do that crazy active stuff with them. You do. I will pick them up and I will do like hip hinge kettlebell lifts with them across my chest, and just do like fun little, I'm tipping you upside down, but I'm paying attention. I'm aware of the movements I'm doing. I'm treating it like I'm in the gym.
Good for you.
Sure. So, I use my children as my weights. Yeah. All day, every day.
I like that.
And I guess it's working.
Apparently. Because I thought we were going to have a situation there.
I actually was expecting for it to be up a little bit because I do feel like
you're fine.
Sometimes you feel lazy when you don't have like gym time.
Yeah, right.
But then it just goes to show the power
into consideration.
Right. And it can be a really big part of the picture. So
good for you. I'm proud of you.
I don't know. I mean, because I'm not having kids anymore, I would not mind getting down to under 12% body fat, just because at that point I really like wearing shorts. But it's just a personal thing other than that. So Caleigh's got a mouthful now of like chocolate covered peanuts. And so
working on them abs.
So with that, like we are going to switch away from Caleigh, give her a chance to chew. We're going to talk about Alan. So Audio Alan has a health update for us. So we just gave you the body fat percentage updates from our body composition episode. We're doing it now season later. Updates, talked about a little bit, but Alan has some really impressive changes that he's made.
Yes.
All from just listening in to us banter.
Yeah. Y'all are informative as a producer.
And inspiring. You forgot inspiring.
Inspiring and just amazing. Let's
throw them all in there.
And brave.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Alan.
Of course. Smoke shows.
Oh, thank you. Oh, stop you.
That's too much.
I'll take it. Go ahead. Say more. Say more, Alan.
No, I'm the only guy in the room.
Right.
And I'm not going to be right no matter what I say. So it's okay.
Okay, so you have a health up. I mean, you recently, I think, went and had like a health check or wellness check or something, or I don't know, you had your scale weight done or whatever. So share your story a little bit.
Well, I was fat.
But did you finish? Wait, here's actually the first question. Yes. Did you finish the 12 by 30 by?
No, he didn't.
No. Because if you remember, I used the F word.
I know. I just was making sure everyone was up to date on the situation.
So he attempted the 12-3-30 challenge, the high incline treadmill.
Mm-hmm. And you made it a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then he never
And you were like, no.
He was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, because I found a routine that has worked for me.
Okay. So share it.
Well, working in a state park helps, so I get a lot of exercise walking around the park and having a beautiful work environment and everything like that. So I use that to my advantage and start eating healthier.
Yeah.
Being more selective,
making better
more
choices.
Water.
What did you change with your food?
Less fat and healthier ingredients, more natural, less processed. I read the ingredients now.
Ooh.
So y'all are informative.
All right.
Very smart. So I learn from you.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yes.
We got that.
Oh, okay.
We know. Oh, we should be a TV show. Caleigh wants to just really be a TikTok star. This podcasting is not our thing because she just knows she's destined to be more.
Stop.
We love her.
We do love her.
Regardless,
Of course,
we love her.
Yes. So,
But overall, realizing what I do with my physical activity, what I eat, eat good, feel good.
yeah, makes a difference.
So,
But just that general movement. I mean, don't underestimate the power of just moving your body, standing up and just walking and doing something where you're.
well, after dying on the treadmill after about a minute and a half of that effing Kardashian bullshit.
Dude, that's no joke, though.
It is no joke.
That's no joke.
All right. It made me realize that I don't need to do this, and salute to anyone who does.
Right.
But I have a good routine.
Yeah.
And
It's working for you.
it works.
Yeah, and that's like, don't try and shove yourself into a box that you don't, and that
Another
not
thing I
everything
learned
is
from
for
you
everybody.
guys too. I've learned a lot from you, and I've used that for my betterment. And yes, I do have a number from the time I about died on the treadmill until today, which is about 9 months, somewhere in that area. 28 pounds.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's awesome.
Got about another 200 to go. No,
Stop. Then you'd waste away to nothing.
right. So I feel great.
That's more than I've lost.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't have to lose as much as I. I'm twice of you.
You're twice the man that I'll ever be.
Well, I wasn't going to use pronouns or anything. Okay.
Again, we're not going there.
But I think I've lost an appropriate amount of weight for me being 6'2" and 228 pounds now.
Yeah.
Or 220 in that area.
Yeah.
But I'm the big farm kid.
Yeah.
So I ate old school food.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel better?
Oh, absolutely.
More energy, more you just
More
on a
energy.
day-to-day basis, you just feel better.
And with that more energy, I'm more productive.
How's your sleeping?
Really good.
Because I know you kind of have a more unconventional sleep.
I do with my other job. I work late into the morning.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bed at 5 a.m. So I don't wake up to an alarm clock. That's an amazing life.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a good life.
It
You're
is.
getting enough sleep, though?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If
You
I
said you're
don't,
drinking the water.
yeah, and the water, that has been huge for me.
Makes a huge difference.
It does.
And I feel like people don't get it. Like, just drink some water. You'll be fine.
And it was
free.
Sarah that caught me onto it because I have Apple TV. I watched that TV show. Shrinking.
So good.
And it was perfectly right
So good.
because I see others now in their perspective. Crabby, dehydrated.
Yeah.
Like, hey, would you just drink some water and shut the fuck up?
Yeah. It is seriously underestimated. It's free. And the number one reason why people will tell me, I have to go to the bathroom more. Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the podcast where we talk about
A pelvic floor. Go back and listen to Stephanie's episode where it's like we talk about the pelvic floor, and that's maybe just your mind saying you need to go.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or, you maybe have to train it a little bit for like the increase, but guess what? Then you get more steps going to the bathroom more frequently. You're getting up, you're moving your body, and then that's beneficial too. Like, why do you see that as a negative thing? Get up and go to the bathroom because guess what? You're drinking your water.
Yeah.
Do it. So I love it. That's very good.
Well, y'all inspired me.
We're super proud of you.
We're very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the key too, is finding something that works for you and the longevity of it. That it really is like,
And it really is just changing little habits.
absolutely.
Which
Makes
made
a
it
big
easy to manage. And so thank
Start
you.
small. You don't have to wake up tomorrow and change your whole life.
No. Just
Well, I did when that Kardashian thing happened.
I just hear Alan cussing at us.
yeah, he was not very happy.
From the floor.
It's like, nope, I'm out. But I mean,
no
kudos
joke.
for you trying it. But don't underestimate it. Caleigh, I don't think you thought it was going to be as bad as it was. You're like, hey, I found this challenge. Like, this will be fun. And I know enough about treadmills on inclines that I was like, this is not going to be
I was like,
fun.
walking on the treadmill for
like,
30 minutes, no big deal. I still do it, and I'm going to be honest with you, I love it.
I do like it,
I
too.
continue to do it. If it's not a day that I want to lift weights,
As a warm up.
I do it. No, that's just what I do for the day.
I got to tell you, though, if it wasn't for you two and Nacho Fitness Coach podcast, would I have lost that weight? Probably not.
You think so?
I'd still be eating my bacon and egg sandwiches and bitching about how I felt.
Oh,
Yeah. Yay. And
So,
how
yeah.
do you feel like you have more energy with your grandkids?
Absolutely. I can, it works.
Yeah.
It works for me.
And
So,
that fills your bucket then too, and you have that opportunity to interact with your loved ones in that way that you want to.
You're
and-
living life and you're enjoying life.
Yeah,
You're not
for
just
sure.
like, shuffling through it and trying to get through each day.
I'm 53 as of a few days ago. And thank you for the birthday wishes.
Yes,
on the-
absolutely.
Yes.
And I think I feel better now than I have in 3 decades.
I love it.
Yay. Oh, see,
awesome.
this is only the beginning though.
Yeah.
Of course.
And that's
'cause
just because it's
self-improvement
never too late.
stops.
It's never too late.
Yeah.
If you have spent the last 40, 50 years not living your best life, guess what? You can start now.
Oh, it is never too late.
So thank you both.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah.
We got to make you turn on your mic every now and then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, it's a good time. But yeah, there we go. That's our current health update
Audio Allen.
From the team.
from all of us. There we go. That's where we're at.
We're all
talking
great. We're all
numbers.
fine. We're beautiful.
We talk details. We're doing great. We're happy. We're thriving.
I'm not quite a smoke show as you two, though.
You're getting there.
You will be there.
I am.
Just keep
foggy.
working on it.
It's a foggy show.
I've noticed.
Thank you.
The fog. Oh my goodness. All right. So with that, we're actually going to leave that there.
Yeah.
And we're going to call that the end. So there we go. That's all we have for you today. Until
We're going to
next
call this
time.
episode Smoke Show Allen, right?
Bye. No,
That totally sums me up.
I'm done.
It's a smoke. Sarah's done. All right. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to head over to our Instagram at Nacho Fitness Coach and let us know how you feel about the topic. Do you love it or hate it?
Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe or follow button wherever you're listening. And if you like our podcast, leave us a rating. See you next time.
You've been listening to Euphony Innovatives Sonified.